Hi everyone, I'm Lauren and welcome back to my Art Nook. If you're interested, please check out my Etsy page or my Instagram. So what I'm doing here right now is putting on some embossing gel or embossing medium. It is going to kind of be like sticky on the stamp, and I'm going to put it down on the paper because I want to test how embossing powder comes out on paper. Because I'm going to use it in a junk journal today. So I know you guys haven't seen any of my junk journaling, so I thought it would be a nice little mix up, a little change. So this is a teddy bear brown color. It doesn't really look it looks kind of black, but I didn't really care too much for this color, so I thought it'd be a good little sample. It is kind of old, so I kind of keep having to mix it up and stab at it with my palette knife. So what I do is I just tap off the extra and I heat it up to melt all those tiny pieces of plastic. And then if you've never worked with any embossing powders, after you heat it up and melt it, it's just a like raised image at the end. So these are just some nice flowers that I thought would be kind of cool embossed. So I'm just heating them up, melting. It does take a second to actually melt all the plastic because if you've ever melted plastic, you know, it's not immediate. So I thought that one came out kind of nice. It didn't come out perfect, so I wanted to try a couple other stamps. So this one's a bumblebee, and I push it down and it doesn't come out perfect, so I grab this little like plastic plate thing that's made for stamps, like the bumblebee and like those butterflies there, and it just kind of makes it a little bit more firm to push down, more solid. So I go ahead and try these two other butterflies I have, but first, before that glue dries up too much, I go ahead and put on the powder, tap it off, and put my gel, or whatever it's called. I'll put the description, actual proper name, in the details, and I have a video of all the tools I used at the end as well. So I'll go ahead and put my powder on here, and I went ahead and cut out the heating part for the rest of the video, because once you see me melt plastic once, you know how to melt plastic. So tap off all the extra, and ta-da! That's how they came out. I thought the bumblebee and one of the butterflies came out the best, so this is my junk journal that I'm going to be doing just a layout today. So these are the two pages I've selected to do, and I put little like just plain pieces of like plastic just to protect the other pages from getting too messy or too gunked up, because I mean it is a junk journal, or some people call it an altered book. Tomato tomato, it's your journal, my journal, call it what you will, it's up to you. I don't care, I'm not going to judge you. I like to call mine a junk journal because it looks a little junky, so I call it junk journal, but you can call it what you want. So I'm just going to throw down some pretty pieces of paper from my scrapbook paper collection. I thought I was kind of going for like a sky look at the top and like a grassy green color at the bottom, maybe kind of like a watery look off to the side. And I don't know what I was doing with the wood color that made, or like the brown varnish thing. I don't know, I just was kind of throwing down anything I liked and just to see what came out. And then I got some floral washi tape down there, so it was almost like a garden. And then I had some music paper, and I just thought it looked perfect. Like it would just add a nice element to it. So I threw that on top, and I'm making sure to seal it all perfect so it's just all the colors would, you know, blend nicely. And I have this napkin left over from God knows when, and I'm just putting down some glue, sticking down the napkin, making sure to put glue on top so that way it sticks nicely, and I'm just kind of putting things down wherever my heart tells me to put it down. With these things, with these junk journals and collages, there's no rules, you just put them where you want them. That piece up there in the top, that big piece of the big rose, that's actually a giant roll of washi tape. I love it. It's amazing. So I'm just kind of, at this point, layering everything on there just to get a really good look, good feel to it. I did also, you may have seen me, I used that ruler to get really into the crease of the book because I like to have it deep in there. So now what I'm doing is I'm prepping my stamp for the embossing because I wanted to get my butterfly and my bumblebee on this page. So after I've dried up my glue, I go ahead and stick both of them on there. The butterfly part of her wing didn't quite make it, so I tried again. And I rotate it. This stuff, this is actually black. I switched to black when I was doing my book. I haven't done these embossing powders in forever, so they kind of got a little settled in their containers. I think I've only done it one other time. It's fun. It's fun. I'll probably do it more often after this. And then I throw my bumblebee down here. I think the bumblebee came out pretty good. He might be a little blurred, a little smushed. The butterfly came out pretty good. She is missing a few spots. But I think they both came out pretty nice. Now I'm just throwing on my color with my spray inks. I love these things. They're just so fun. They're so wild. You just never know what you're gonna get, and they're so free. They're very free. I find that like you don't get held back. There's no rules. That's what I like with these journals. There's no rules that you have to follow. You really do whatever you want. And what I'm doing right now is I'm taking some of the ink off because I feel like it's getting a little dark and I don't want it to be dark. I really wanted this to just be a bright, fun page with all kinds of textures and colors, and I didn't want it to be a dark page. I wanted it to be bright and airy and fun and festive because lately it has just been really bright and sunny and like spring has started and I'm just like, yes, I love it. It's festive. Here's all my supplies that I used. I'll try and find as many links as I can and I'll put them in the description for you. I will add some pictures. There you go. Let me know what you guys think. Put them in the comments below. If you'd like, please subscribe, hit that thumbs up and that bell notification, and I'll put out some more videos for you guys. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you in the next video. Later.